Alright guys, so what I'm going to quick show you is basically what I use for a pre-workout. Very simple, very basic. I don't add a lot of stuff to my pre-workout. I basically just take a pre-workout from a company and that's it. A lot of guys will actually buy their own products individually, mix it together and make their own pre-workout. Some people will buy an actual pre-workout and add other stuff to it. Me personally, I don't really do that. I just need a little energy, just a little something to get me going before I get to the gym. So I use quite a few different companies' products. Right now I'm using Shatter from Muscle Tech, the Black Onyx line. Cherry limeade flavor too. It's a very, very good flavor. 1 to 2 scoops is usually what they recommend. Depending on the day, I will maybe use 2, but I usually just use 1. Today I'll put you guys in for a little treat and I'm going to do 2 scoops of the cherry limeade flavor Shatter. What I'll try to do is get this down about 30 minutes before I get to the gym. By then it's already in my system and I'm ready to go by the time I get my warm-up in and get ready to hit the weights. One thing too with pre-workouts, don't abuse them. By abuse them, basically what I mean is you use them every single day, whether you're in the gym, whether you're not in the gym. I know people, friends of mine, who use pre-workouts basically like a candy bar. They whenever they need energy, they take it. They will do anywhere between 3 to 5 scoops a day. Basically, it's gonna just make you plateau. You're gonna get very used to the product very quick, but also your adrenal glands, the thing that's responsible for your fight or flight, that makes you get that energy and that get-go to want to get to the gym and do something. Those adrenal glands will burn out after a while. And it takes a while for them to get back to normal levels once they are burnt out. So you definitely want to make sure you're not abusing a pre-workout. Alright guys, next part is going to actually be my intra-workout little concoction that I make. Intra-workout, obviously just something I consume during my workout. Again, it's very basic. I don't use a lot of different stuff. Some people don't use anything. They just drink water. For me personally, just because I do lift longer than an hour, I do want to get those replenishments as far as branched chain and regular amino acids into my body. So by working out longer than 40 minutes, I'm not breaking down muscle tissue at the gym at that point in time. I actually have the proper nutrients inside to help recover and help that muscle get repaired, recover, and grow. So basically, number one thing I always use, branched chain amino acid. I've used a lot of different companies and I've loved every single company I've ever used. Right now I'm actually going to be using Cellucor's alpha amino acids. I do love this blend. It does have an aqua hydrating formula built into it and it does have chia seed extract built into it. Along with covering some other regular amino acids, it does cover your BCAAs. So your leucine, your isoleucine, your L-valine, the main 3 that you definitely want to make sure you're going to be getting in your system if you're looking to build and recover that muscle. One thing right now that I'm doing too is glutamine, just plain unflavored powdered glutamine. Very, very inexpensive, anywhere between $10 to $20 depending on what company you go for. You can get a 2 to 3 month serving of glutamine powder. Glutamine just synthesizes protein inside the human body, whether it's from a protein shake or whether it's from actual food. So what I normally will do right now, since I have a bottle of this, is I will just do 1 scoop of glutamine tossed in with my branched chain amino acids. And this will be something that I'll actually consume during my workout. I'll try to get it in with a 20 or 30 minute time frame. Tastes really good. All the flavors taste really good. It tastes just like Kool-Aid. Blue raspberry is my personal choice. So yeah, with that being said, we'll see you guys in the gym. So basically what I'm doing right here is just doing a little warm up. Just doing some isolated bicep curls on the hammer strength bicep curl machine. Really just focusing in on that stretch, focusing in on the contraction of the muscle. Not really trying to go super heavy. Obviously you gauge by how many repetitions you're going to do, but anywhere between that 8 to 12 rep range is where I really like to hang out. So I did about 12 there. Next one, it's going to be a little bit heavier. I've got 2 45-pound plates. So basically on this one, this is obviously my last set. Did 4 sets total. Like I said, anywhere between 8 to 12 rep range. I think I got about 8 reps out of this one. Nice and slow. Try to hold it at the bottom. The main thing with a lot of these, you do not want to use momentum. You want to isolate that muscle that you're trying to target. So yeah, we knocked those out. Like I said, 4 sets, 10 to 12, 8 to 12 reps. Next we move over to alternate stand and dumbbell curls. Here just working with the 40s. Probably trying to do about 10 reps per arm right here. Really trying to isolate that bicep. Bring it all the way down. Try to get a good stretch in that bicep because you also want to make sure you're not keeping too much bend in the elbow when you are doing these exercises. You want to try to stretch it out a little bit, give it a little bit of a rest. Otherwise, you're going to become very fatigued, and you're also going to cramp up pretty well too. So yeah, just really nice and slow, trying to get that good contraction peak at the top. Next set, moving in with the 50s, getting a little bit heavier. I have a cameraman for this, obviously, with the camera moving around. But still trying to hit that 10 rep range with these. I really stress anywhere between 3 to 4 sets, but really with this, try to hit 10 reps per arm. You can alternate it like I'm doing, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. The main thing is you want to make sure you got the even amount of reps per arm when doing this exercise. After standing dumbbell curls, we move over to standing barbell curls. 45-pound bar. On this one, I have 2 10s on each side. So we're looking at about 75 pounds right here, 85 pounds, just really trying to warm up and get that stretch in that muscle. Not much of a swing. It may look like it's swinging a little bit, but it really isn't swinging at all. What I'm doing by leaning a little bit is just trying to get that stretch in that muscle. Again, I'm doing anywhere between 8 to 12 reps with this. I like to go a little heavier on this exercise. And I'm doing about 3 or 4 sets. Primarily, I always stick with about 4 sets. Here we got about 95 pounds on the bar. This is my last set, just really trying to get a good pump in that arm. Rest periods between sets, anywhere between 35 to 45 seconds. It's a good anaerobic pace too, so you get that cardio along with your weight training all together, and that really focuses on breaking down that muscle and helping to build it. I've always found personally has worked really well for me when performing exercises. After that, we move on over to triceps. So what I'm doing here is a tricep extension with a rope. I am not standing straight up like you might see some people do. Basically what I'm doing, I'm bending forward at the waist, and I'm really focusing on getting that stretch at the top and getting that squeeze at the bottom of the movement. You see a lot of people who do this as far as like bodybuilders and stuff in the IFBB, the NC pros and stuff like that. So this really is a good one. The main thing with it, again, you do not want to swing it. You do not want to use momentum. You want full contraction in on that muscle. Here the camera guy decides to zoom in on the weight again. So we got about 53 pounds on there right now. So I'm just trying to get a good stretch, get a good squeeze. Do work in a little bit heavier. Again, this one I try to do 5 sets, that 12 to 10 rep range. And the main thing with the triceps is always remember you have to get full extension on a tricep machine. Quads, when you're doing leg extensions, full extension. And any type of tricep exercise that you do, you always want to get full extension on that muscle. That's really the only way to properly work it. After doing the rope extensions, we move on over to the seated behind the head dumbbell extensions. Main thing here, I'm tilting my head in and my other hand is gripping my side for support. It feels like you have a lot more support when doing it this way. I've always found I am letting my forearm dip slightly bend on the back of my head, just trying to get that perfect 90 degrees elbow to hand when I come down, and then I'm switching it up, doing the same thing on the other side. Like I was going to say though, you can tilt your head in, and some people will actually tilt their head and make it press right up against their bicep and leave it there just to have that extra little support so they're not getting any type of a swing from the elbow all the way down to the shoulder joint, because that you want to keep as stationary as possible. You only want from the elbow to the hand moving and doing the exercise. Here I just got a little bit of a different angle, so instead of a front-facing angle, now you got more of a side angle through the mirror. Again, just so you can see where that hand is dipping down, I don't have it coming right down into the center of my head. It's literally trying to come towards the back half of my head, and just try to get that nice stretch, get that contraction in that muscle. Again, holding on to your side just feels like you have more support, because it's very easy if you don't have something that's going to work for you to keep you stabilized. If I didn't have my hand there, it'd probably be seeing me lean towards the side of where my dumbbell is going. So if it's going to the left, my body is going to be shifting to the left. If it's going to the right, it's going to be shifting towards the right. Here again, I probably will do about 4 sets. I'm going to stick probably within that 10 to 12 rep range for this exercise with triceps. Trying to go as heavy as I can is the main thing you want to do. Another one that I did for triceps on this day was the overhead rope extension. I really like to use this one as a finisher. For me, this is the perfect way to kind of get all three of those tricep heads involved, really finally give it the full exhaust into the movement. Again, you're trying to get those hands all the way to the elbows as far as parallel hand to elbow. That's as far as you need to come back. Anymore, you're getting a good stretch, but to me, it feels like you're stretching too much. And then at the top of the movement, you're spreading the rope slightly apart, and you're really focusing on that squeeze and on that contraction. Main thing is to try to stay focused. Here, the camera guy was trying to make me laugh a little bit, so if you see me crack a smile, that's why. But again, this is my last one, and I usually like to do about 4 sets, 15 reps on that. This is a part that I want to get into. It's stretching. Stretching is the most important thing you could possibly do. I don't care if you're trying to bodybuild, if you're just the average person, if you're powerlifting, you need to stretch. Speaking as a guy who has had horrible sciatic problems since I was a senior in high school from wrestling and everything, I always was going to the chiropractor, always having my back go out on me for stupid reasons, whether I was walking in the parking lot and it was cold, I stepped down off a stair wrong, and it's been very, very painful to the point where I couldn't even walk, I couldn't do anything on my own, and it took me at one point almost 2 months to fully get some movement back in. Ever since I've started kind of putting this functional type training with stretching and stuff in, it's helped me so tremendously, and such a big part that I incorporate this with all my clients, and I drive it into them that they need to be doing this outside of the gym too, at least once a day. Try to get a little bit of a stretch in. You go from lower body to upper body, whatever you prefer. I just usually like to hit anywhere between 3 to 4 stretches. Really try to isolate for about 10 to 15 seconds after the workout. Beforehand, I really don't do much of a stretch because you don't want to have too much flexibility into that muscle before you work out. This is primarily after your workout, or in the morning or at night when you really want to get your main stretches in. If you were to do this before your exercise, you could really get injured because your muscles don't have that little bit of a strain in them to the point where it's got that tension. You want to have that, otherwise it's like a rubber band effect. You pull and pull on a rubber band, eventually after a while you're going to wear those fibers down and it's going to snap on you. So yeah, really getting a good stretch here. Lower body, upper body. Like I said, try to hit about 4 stretches per body part, and that's the main thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you like this video. If you have any comments or whatsoever about this video, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. And I hope to do more types of videos like this again soon. So again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Remember, it's very important for the intra training to get that nutrition in, post-workout, get your protein in, stretch. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys have a great day. And any comments, drop them down below. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.